What's going on, everybody? Matt Wacek here. Welcome back to my channel. It has been almost 2 months to the date since I've uploaded here to the channel, and I wanted to do a video that's kind of fun to make versus just the random tutorials where it's just me in front of my computer, in front of the camera, talking about something. I've done so many of those videos and it's really not the most fun videos to make. And so this video is going to be a little bit different. I want to have some fun with this and actually really enjoy making a video again, because I got to a point where, and I'm actually still at that point, because a lot of the videos I do on my agency's channel are those standard tutorials, me in front of my computer, in front of the whiteboard screen, or sharing something on my screen. And it's monotonous and I don't really enjoy it that much. I do what I need to do for my agency to be able to get clients, because posting on YouTube brings in a lot of good quality leads that can turn into potential sales. However, it's not the most fun to make for every single video on my personal channel, because there's a little bit more that I want to share on this particular channel than just me in front of my computer. So this is going to be the first video that's just kind of an update on where I've been, and which leads me into what's on this whiteboard right behind me, because this is the reason that I've been pretty much gone for the past 2 months, and especially the past month, because actually I'll just transition. Because if we look here at this board, this is really my Q4 goals. So that first goal is to sign 10 new recurring clients in my agency between the months of October, November, and December. So October 1st through the end of the year. And then ideally be able to join Josh's 7-figure agency program. I think it's like $1,000 a month. So I want to make sure I have the recurring revenue coming in to ensure I can keep that investment going, to keep learning and keep scaling. The craziest thing that happened is when I manifested these goals, and this isn't going to turn into a motivational thing, but I spent some time putting these goals together in my head, and I wrote them down on the board, put them into a comment on Josh's post in his group that he had made, which is technically now public knowledge, at least for the 3,000 or 4,000 people that are in there. And something crazy happened. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strategy sessions booked in a less than 1 week time span. That had never happened before in my entire life. So I was absolutely pumped. I've never had that many strategy sessions all booked within just a short time span, 6 of them total. 4 were qualified applicants that actually had revenue coming in, that could actually afford digital marketing services, and I figured this is sweet. Awesome. I should at least be able to close one of these guys, if not 2 of them, and be able to stack up another $3,000 in recurring revenue. And so far, 0 have been closed. 0 have done what to me is a close, which is they sign the agreement, and then they make that first subscription payment with PayFunnels, and Stripe collects the money and their subscription has started. So 0 have done that so far. I've had some other strategy sessions come in over the past couple of weeks, and so far nobody has closed to reach that 10 client goal that's on the whiteboard there. And I have some thoughts on this too, why this is the case, because right now it's actually really warm out here in the northern parts of the country, still warm down in the south. There's lots and lots of stuff that landscape companies are doing right now, and they're still focused on 2020. They're not looking to 2021, even though digital marketing is something that's just a year-round thing. Obviously, you want to have them come on board and stay on board for in perpetuity, but it's still really warm. There's still a lot of activity going on, so they're just not really thinking about the future right now, and that's what marketing for doing SEO for the most part is. It's something future-based. So I'm looking at all the ads that I'm running, all the content I'm putting on YouTube. This is just going to compound and snowball and really come to fruition once things slow down as we get towards Christmas. And I'm hoping that with the results of what's going on right now, for those of you watching, if you know when I'm uploading this, you know exactly what I'm talking about, that there's no change in consumer demand for these types of services, and I really don't see them being that. But even if there is a shift in demand, it only increases how important it is to be found in the #1 spot on Google, because that's where all the consumers are going to be purchasing their services. So if anything, it benefits digital marketing companies anyways. So the next goal up on here is to have daily content creation, whether that's blog posts on my website, just additional content on my website for my agency, or content on my agency's YouTube channel. And whether I post something new every single day isn't the important thing. The important thing is just working on something, because some of the blog posts that I have written on my agency site that I'm using to focus on longer tail keywords take a ton of time to plan and write out and everything like that. And then of course you gotta wait for Google to index it. So it takes a lot of patience to get all that stuff going. However, the thing that I'm looking at here is this is not just like a 2-month thing. Obviously I want 10 new clients as fast as possible, but the thing is, with a blog post or with a YouTube video that's ranking very well for certain searches on YouTube related to my niche, the cool thing is that it snowballs and compounds itself over time. So that way, not only 3 months from now, but 6 months, 12 months, 24, 36 months, multiple years out, those assets can still be working for me, producing inbound leads to turn into potential clients. So the next goal that I have on there is to implement some search ads, Google search ads with the specific keywords that I've also, another step on here is to get my site ranking for. So those working in conjunction, we'll see I'm actually been putting a little more effort towards ranking my site because I like organic traffic when it comes to that versus having to pay 10 or 12 bucks a click. But the nice thing about Google searches and being in that spot is that it's a lot more targeted traffic than it is on like a Facebook ad where someone's cold traffic coming in. But I'm really focused on getting my site ranked for some of those higher volume searches, but also some of the longer tail ones that might not have that much volume, but it wouldn't take that much effort to rank. Where I could do it with just a simple blog post. So then the next goal on there is to get my funnel up and running, which took a long time. I think the email drip sequence is like 3 weeks long, tons and tons of email, tons of different content pieces in there, and tons of different blog posts that I wrote out and everything that's included in that. And then of course the actual opt-in bait, if you want to call it that I have with running Facebook ads to it to get someone to want to opt in to get a list of the 4 tactics or like 4-step process to start generating more leads. I forgot what it's actually even titled, but that took quite a while to get everything running, written out, but now it's finally running and bringing in leads every single day to be able to turn those into prospective clients. So really the big thing, like I mentioned earlier in this video with having somebody opt in, it's really not so much about, obviously I want them to open as many of the emails that are sent out to them as possible, but once they're on their email list, you can add that to Facebook into a retargeting list with your email list subscribers. You can do this every single day with each new email that comes in, is that you can put retargeting ads right in front of them in their feed, and depending on the size of your list, you could put a very targeted ad right in front of them for $1 a day, and it's going to be seen by your entire list, or at least seen once every couple of days by your entire list, depending on how big your email list is. So that's something I'd highly recommend that you should do because it's worked for me. It's gotten a lot of clicks coming in, and I believe a couple of strategy sessions actually came in through retargeting ads. So I'd highly recommend doing that as well. So the final 2 on here are some of the most important ones because these 2 are what's going to allow the rest of these to all get achieved, especially that top one, and then going on from there to the next level from 10 to ideally 20, 30, 50 clients. And so that is to continue just building my physique. I've really been focusing on just dropping the little bit of fat that I have. I'm not obviously overweight or anything. I'm like 155 pounds right now, but I want to get nice and shredded up. And of course I want to build some more muscle because when I get back into racing motocross, I need to be in really good shape. So that's my goal right there. And that's also one of the things that keeps my brain going because I know that when I get back onto a bike, I'll be able to handle it and I'll have the strength in order to do so. And with staying in shape, it allows your brain to kind of just run a little bit more efficiently, and I can stay focused better when it comes to my work. And which also leads into the final point, which is nightmare mode. So this is something I've been working at, trying to do very, very diligently with the election, everything going on. It's been hard to not pay attention to it. Now there's kind of results as of today here on Saturday, but that's a whole nother mess all in and of itself. But what I would encourage you to do is go to Alex Becker's channel, go watch this video right here with nightmare mode where he explains what it is and where it's basically just removing all sources of dopamine, making it so you retrain your brain so that you get enjoyment out of work. So it sounds crazy, but if you're an entrepreneur, you want to have things happen and build a lot of leverage, which is what my goal is, to be able to get things automated so that way I don't have to be doing any of the fulfillment work and ideally don't even need to be doing the sales work in my agency and can continue just focusing, using my creative brain to push my company forward. And that's what that first video is, and also this video as well, which I'd highly encourage watching that one because it explains kind of what the goal is with nightmare mode, not just perpetually being a person that doesn't talk to anybody or anything like that, doesn't socialize, it just works, and that's not really the goal. The goal is to use it to build leverage in your company. So that way when you make one decision and you have 5 or 10 employees, that one decision that executes 400 hours of work in 1 week versus you working 70 and you're completely wearing yourself out. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Being as I live with other people and stuff, it's hard to not get distracted with TV and that sort of stuff, with everything going on and all that. So I'm doing like semi-nightmare mode at the moment in terms of just focusing on work. And then if my list of tasks is done for the day, I relax and watch a little bit of YouTube, which is a good balance for me to do for the foreseeable future till these goals are achieved, until I move. Then I'll probably do nightmare mode even further. So that's actually something I'm really looking forward to, is nightmare mode. So once I do move, I'm gonna try 2 or 3, maybe even 4 weeks of just full on nightmare mode, where it's just nothing but work and working out and sleeping, or listening to a CEO or just a successful business owner's interview, or maybe an audiobook. So I know for a lot of you watching that might sound absolutely crazy, but I like the idea of see how much you can suffer to see how much you can actually achieve. But by putting management systems in play where all the processes within your company are automated, that allows someone else to come in and do the work. So that way it frees you up to go do more things within the next, to step it up to the next level, or be able to take some time off and actually go do things in life and actually enjoy and have fun. So that's what my plan is in the coming months, whenever that does happen, especially because most likely where I'm moving to, I'm not really going to know anybody. That's kind of the goal with that. One of my hobbies that I want to get back into, though, is very popular in that location, so I'll probably meet more people down there as well. And when that time does come, I'll probably do a bunch of YouTube videos on that, because those are really fun to make, and just these types of videos are a lot more enjoyable versus me being at my computer doing a tutorial where it's just monotonous and I'm not a huge fan of it. I'll do it for my agency because the return can be $1,000 to $2,000 a month clients in perpetuity. However, with this channel here, my personal channel, I want it to be fun. I want it to be videos of me doing things I enjoy, and while I don't really enjoy it, I will do it because it gets me to where I want my business to go. So anyways, if you enjoyed this new format of video, be sure to go down below, drop a like on this video, and if you have any questions on what I covered, leave a comment down below with your thoughts. And if you want to stay up to date on my journey and all the stuff I'm going to be sharing here over the coming months, be sure to go down below, smash that subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Once I can achieve this list of goals right here and really start moving forward with my business, a lot of cool stuff on the way that I am excited to do and to share here on YouTube. So I'll see you guys in the next video.